The return of my Coin Lady channel brings me much joy. For XRP holders in particular, this has been an exciting and eventful day in the cryptocurrency market. This morning, you may have seen the headline, XRP hits new 2024 high amid Gensler resignation rumors. I'll tell you why this rumor has recently surfaced. Now, in my opinion, that isn't going to be shocking under the Trump administration. There's a long-standing tradition that states the chair of the SEC must resign with the change of administration. However, I believe we have just seen the first concrete indication of this. Coincidentally, a new lawsuit is also being filed, although this time it's not by the SEC. Here, 18 states have joined forces to sue the SEC. Eleanor Terry, a journalist at Fox Business, wrote the following headline: 18 states bring a lawsuit against the SEC for its unauthorized handling of digital assets. In addition, Reuters published an inaccurate headline claiming that former SEC chair, Jay Clayton, would be returning to his position under Trump. Praise be to God. There was no truth to that. I mentioned XRP just a second ago, but there is a lot to digest here. My price has been skyrocketing. Since all of these things that the holders would find intriguing are happening at the same moment, I will quickly mention price. Thus, XRP is about 82 cents. As of today, it was almost 85 cents. Even more intriguing is the fact that this happened today. By the time you finish viewing, no one knows what it is. This upswing has occurred while Bitcoin has been exhibiting some signs of weakness. As I speak, I believe it's somewhere around 87.80,000. However, see these leaps. XRP is up almost 47.5% over the past week, 16.7% today, and about 17% overall. Simply said, XRP is very much alive and kicking. Do I believe this is due to Gary Gensler? Did you hear the ones about subtly suggesting his departure? Personally, I don't buy that. Since it was announced that there would be a change in administration, XRP's price has risen significantly, as has the rest of the cryptocurrency market. As is often the case, people tend to attribute current events, price movements, and news stories to these factors. The way XRP has been acting lately makes me skeptical, thus I won't purchase into it. In any case, at the time, many chart analysts were predicting that this would be a breaking point. However, what transpired was actually the opposite. People are expressing their excitement since Gensler seems to be conceding that he is about to leave. This is the Crypto Briefing headline. It is a fairly accurate headline, that Gary Gensler released a statement implying his resignation as chair of the SEC. Take a look at this. In his remarks at the 56th Annual Institute on Securities Regulation, Gary Gensler, chair of the SEC, hinted to a possible resignation. Gensler covered a lot of ground in his speech earlier today, touching on subjects such as the SEC, capital markets, corporate governance, and disclosure regulations, among others. This is the money line, he said at the conclusion of his address, hinting at a possible departure. It has been my deepest pleasure to work side by side with them to protect the American people and keep our capital markets at the top of the global rankings. The way it is phrased makes it seem like there's a clear intention behind his choice of words. He plans to resign unless he does something completely unprecedented. In the event that he does not, it would not surprise me if Trump made an actual effort to dismiss him. I seriously doubt that he will choose the path that involves a massive lawsuit, the kind that could end up before the Supreme Court, because everyone understands that this would take a very long time nonetheless. But if he insists on going that road, then let him be hauled out of it by all means. I would rather that not come to pass. Please keep it neat and tidy. I still think that's a credible explanation. He hasn't made it official, though. Now, some individuals believe that this is going to cause X or PS price to do this, or that whenever news like this breaks. I simply am not persuaded. It's simply that I don't think that's true. Additionally, I should note that the most of his words were devoted to justifying his actions. Coin Telegraph has published a story on the subject. Trump's potential removal prompts SEC chair to reaffirm crypto stance. This is the quote from Gensler that I believe I should share with you. This is an area where investors have lost a lot of money over the years, and most crypto assets still haven't shown their usefulness for anything other than speculation or illegal purposes. Making sure everyone follows the rules has been our top priority. The quote comes to a close. You have it. His stance on cryptocurrency is clear. He thinks it's useless and doesn't like it, so he attacks it with a hammer. Just think about how this strategy would have fared during the dot-com boom and fall. Lots of businesses fail because people thought it was funny that if your company name ended in a .com, people would think it was a good way to take their money. But should the government have punished those companies so severely for their strategy in the market? No way. Obviously not. I refer to Gary Gensler as Kim Jong-un's supreme leader and dictator at the SEC for a reason, though. Legally, he does not have the right to do it. As we will see in a moment, he does not have the authority to do many of the things he has done as chair here. The timing of this litigation is intentional. Thus, he did provide an explanation for it, but he also included the identical speech in which he uttered this section. So here's a fragment that Nate Garachi shared. Just a moment and I will read you. The ETF store is headed by Nate Garachi, who serves as president. It seems like Gary Gensler is only pro-crypto, according to this excerpt from his speech. Here you may see it. The SEC staff had already requested the withdrawal or disapproval of multiple filings for Bitcoin products and exchange-traded funds before I arrived at the commission. The first Bitcoin futures ETF went live shortly after my arrival in 2021. We consulted with SEC staff and originally followed our predecessors' lead with regard to exchange-traded funds, ETFs, that contain physical Bitcoin. This year, the Commission approved ETFs for physical Bitcoin and Ether. Consequently, investors in these products have enjoyed better competition, cheaper costs, and disclosure oversight, as opposed to non-compliant crypto asset markets. Finally, that's all there is to it. Here we are playing ball. We've gotten your cryptocurrency, that enchanted web money, approved for ETF status. Done for you by us. This is not it. Did he bring it up? Of course, it wasn't before the SEC lost a lawsuit against Grayscale that they were obliged to do this. It was after the fact that things got to this stage. That right was obviously not something they wanted to acknowledge. My video would not have been seen without you. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Until then, farewell.